Welcome back to Dragon Claw. Today we're going to talk about the SOG Cash Card. Uh, if you are familiar with SOG, I like to say they're very vain. I wouldn't say maybe egotistical, but they love putting their name on everything, everywhere, multiple places. I've seen SOG knives where they've got it, 2, 3, 4 different places on the knife. Which I always get a good chuckle at. But they are a good brand. You can't deny that they know what they're doing. With all the weapons that they produce, they do know what they're doing. So I will definitely give them credit there. So this is the Cash Card. It is intended for as a money clip. But also to handle your knife needs wherever they be. So specs wise, blade itself is relatively short. It is little under 3 inches, 2 3/4. I don't get this one out much. I've never used it as a money clip at all. But that's its intended purpose. 2 3/4 inch blade, 3 3/8 inch handle, overall length, a little over 6 inches, 6 1/8 of an inch. One of the crazy things about this one is how thin that blade is. It is a very thin blade. Overall thickness is pretty small, but that blade especially. So I think it's touted at 8 1/100ths of an inch thick, just to give you some idea. So, what else? Specs wise, steel is HCR 13 MOV. So, the last one I did, I believe, was the same. I want to say it was maybe the Guidesman. It's upper end. Not premium steel, but it is right before you, in my opinion, it's right before you get to the premium. So that is the last of the best of the cheaper steels is the HCR 13 MOV, in my opinion, comparable to AUS 8 Japanese steel. Rockwell hardness is right around 56 to 58. Depending on what website you look up and manufacturer and this and that. I think SOG says right around 56 to 58 for their 8CR 13 MOV. So I mentioned before, anything over that 59 mark is you're getting to the premium steels. So let's see some of the softer sides of the SOG Cash Card. Clip point, as you can see there, pretty good clip point, probably comparable. As a matter of fact, go back to the last video, which is the Guidesman. I said it was something of a hybrid drop point / trail point. That pretty much is clip point, and I didn't even think about that when I was doing the last video. That's pretty much clip point. So clip points, they don't have to be concave, they can be straight when they drop down like that. So probably that Guidesman would have been a good clip point as well. So let's see, lock there, you can see frame lock. Let's see if we can get you a up close version of that frame lock. And you'll notice jimping, big, I've said it time and time again, big on the jimping on any kind of lock there. Just makes it a little bit easier. While we're on the subject of jimping, I don't know what they're doing up here. It's odd. You can see it looks way different than the jimping on the frame lock. If you can see, let me turn on the light and see if it's a little easier. Maybe not. So I'm not sure what they're going for here, but the jimping on the back of the blade here sure does look like sawtooth, like it's literally a saw. And it's how it treats you too. So if you've got your thumb back here, I wouldn't say it hurts, but you know that jimping is there. Your thumb's definitely going nowhere. But I swear there's got to be more to this. And if you're familiar with this, the SOG Cash Card, by all means, throw some comments out there. But that sawtooth, it looks like it's meant to saw. So, love to hear your opinions. While we're at it, you can see the coil. That's actually a good coil. Usually they overdo the coil right there at the index. Oh, if I can get this right, you can see the coil right there. And it's good use of coil. It's not double coil, or it's not underpronounced or something of an overpronouncement of it. So it's good coil. Big bevel on that belly. It's a wide knife, wide blade, big bevel, as you can see. And aeration, as you can see. They, I'm sure, wanted to take some of the weight off of this thing, which they did. This is an extremely lightweight blade. But you can see they took out some here and all over the place all over here. Hey, and of course, I mentioned this in my last video, I think, and I'll probably bring it up time and time again. Lanyard holes. They overdo them, in my opinion. There's just no need for lanyard holes in some of the smaller knives, especially when it's a money clip. Why do I need a lanyard hole in my money clip? But there you go. They've got one. Maybe just check off a box. I don't know. Let's see. I mentioned very thin, ultra lightweight, aeration, wide belly, blah, blah, blah. One other point is the grind, which is, I wouldn't say unusual, and there's just no way I can do it any justice. But it's a hollow grind. So, hollow grind edge. And for those of you who are not familiar, let's bust out. Actually, we'll keep this open. I almost got myself there. The SOG almost bit me. So let's do some edumacation real quick. Your hollow, it is, your blade is something like this, and this is like a drastic version of it, I'll call it. Actually, it's, some of them kind of come up here a little bit more and taper off a little bit later, but that is your typical hollow grind, the concave edge like that. As compared to your like chisel edge, so that's your more chisel edge. What else? You got your typical V, which is just straight edge, boom, boom, no concave like this. That's what makes this the hollow grind. And then convex, as compared to your concave, it just comes out. So, quick edumacation on your edge types, and you can Google more about those. But this is your hollow grind, which I thought was kind of cool. It also makes it for another lightweight blade. So that's all I've got for this one, the SOG Cash Card. So I think you can see it there, the SOG Cash Card. Maybe one of these days I'll actually carry it with money in it. We'll see. It seems to do a good job. Well, pretty decent hold on it. I mean, it's not going anywhere. So other than that, that's all I got for SOG Cash Card. I hope you had a good time listening to me talk about it, and I appreciate you swinging by. Have a great one.